Good morning, everyone. Again, we welcome Dr. MP Thakur. Sir is Director, Instructions Controller of Examination Directorate of Education, Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalay, Rajpur. Sir is going to deliberate on spent mushrooms substrate for improving livestock, health, productivity, and environmental sustainability. Thank you, sir. You have the control. You may start, sir.
बहुत लोग आए, कितने डिपार्टमेंट्स में तालाब चिल्लो डायरेक्ट।
Sir, you may start, sir. Sir, we are not able to hear you, sir. Up mic, is there a problem? सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
हेलो
हेलो हेलो सर, not able to hear you. Hello. सर इसको निकाल ही दीजिए because I think then it's creating problems. हेलो नहीं सर
अब आ
आवाज
रही है?
हेलो
हेलो?
हेलो
हाँ बोलिए।
यस यस या
आ रही है?
या शुरू कीजिए सर। यस यस
अच्छा,
यस सर।
I welcome you all organized by NSDCL Srinagar. Again, friends, the topic which has been assigned to me, it is on the spent mushroom substrate for improving livestock health, productivity, and environmental sustainability. You are attending this 21 days program, and you have been taught a lot about the advances in fodder management, fodder production, then fodder production and the livestock health, productivity, and the environmental sustainability. Now, I am going to speak in a topic which may not be known to you, and you may not be well versed with the topic. Now, the question comes: what mushroom substrate is? What spent mushroom substrate is? If you look at this, it is a byproduct of the mushroom production industry, and the compost oblique substrate which is obtained after the crop harvest. It has a lot of essential attributes of an organic manure, and it further gets enriched during its recomposting by the natural weathering or any other processes. And the spent substrate from different mushroom varieties, it varies a lot as far as the physical, chemical, and biological properties are concerned. And the spent substrate has its own specific utility, and we call it as a spent substrate because when we harvest a full crop of mushroom, then the residue which is left after taking the mushroom crop, we call it as a spent substrate. And further extension, it becomes unremunerative. That is why we call it as a substrate, spent substrate. Now, friends, this mushroom spent substrate, after mushroom crops are harvested, you see millions and billions of tons of mushroom waste are produced. And this mushroom substrate, it becomes available for several uses. You see, all these agro substrate, all these mushroom spent substrate, it is basically rich in lignin, cellulose, and hemicellulose. So basically, it is a lignocellulosic organic waste, and this waste is used for production of varieties of mushroom, and they have unique capability to utilize and degrade high CN ratio containing organic matter. You know very well that we produce a lot wheat, we produce paddy, we produce barley, we produce maize, sorghum. So as a result of taking these different crops, some of them are fodder crops, some of them are cereal crops. So when we take these as a crop, I tell you, they are very rich in CN ratio. Their CN ratio varies from 1:20 to even 1:30, even 40. So this waste can be degraded, or the degraded organic matter, this can be utilized for quick production of organic manure for sustainable agriculture. And it has been seen that the good quality organic manure can be prepared about 1 month earlier from mushroom spent paddy straw instead of fresh paddy residues. You know very well that this fresh paddy crop residues is generally fed to the animals, to the cattle for their. Hello, am I visible? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Yes,
friends,
sir, yes, sir.
if you look at, then the agricultural residues, about 679 million tons of crop residues from the field crops are generated every year as a result of agricultural activity. And 260 million tons of crop residues, it comes from the horticultural crops. So if you add both of them, it becomes 947. There are other residues apart from this: roadside, forestry, social forestry waste. You see, you must have heard, and say, for example, the first one is the Arunachal Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh, then Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is the third state in the country having largest area of forestry. And I tell you, in forest areas, a lot of waste is generated. If you go to the forest area, you will see a lot of leaf litters, a lot of wood logs. And thanks to these mushroom fungi, which has the capacity to degrade these waste and convert them into the organic matter, which is highly useful for raising the fodder crops or for raising the different crops. So in all, every year India is generating 1151 million tons of agro waste. And this is the report from December 2010. And this generation of agro waste might have been enhanced also. Now, friends, you know very well that India is known for production of rice and wheat. Do you know that rice, about 120 million tons of rice is produced every year, and the same quantity of extra is generated. The production of rice in 2019-20, it was something about 118 million tons, and it generates about 120 million tons of paddy straw. Similarly, you know very well that we are second in the wheat. Wheat is grown in a large area, and we are producing 106 million tons of wheat. And roughly, if you multiply it by a factor that is called factor of conversion to straw, and if you multiply it by 0.5, it comes to about 100 million tons. So, my dear friends, the total rice and wheat straw generated in India in a year, it comes to about 270 million tons. Now, oyster mushroom production can be around 37 lakh tons at the rate if 2% of straw, 2% of 270 million ton, if it is utilized for the production of oyster mushroom in India, I tell you, we will be able to produce 37 lakh tons of oyster mushroom. For your information, the total mushroom production in India is only 1,80,000 tons. Imagine how much we are lacking in the nutritious food. Mushroom is considered as a highly nutritious food. It is highly rich in protein. It is highly rich in vitamins. It is highly rich in crude fibers. It is highly rich in S, and so on. So what I mean to say is that we have a lot of agro waste available with us, but unfortunately, the young generation like you who are attending this training program, you have to make use of this straw. I tell you, in Punjab alone, Haryana alone, more than 50 million tons of straw is burnt every year. My dear friends, this straw should not be burned. It should be utilized so that your organic content should go into the soil, and it is utilized by the plants for its growth and development. Similarly, if you look at the rice straw, it is poorly palatable, and its intake by animal is very low. And intake of straw, it depends on the straw type, maybe coarse, fine, long, dark, leafy, steamy, fresh, stored, hard, soft. These are the various type of straw, of rice straw, which is used for the animals. Then it also depends on the animal species and breed, then body weight of animals, other feed in the ration, physiological state, and climatic stresses. These are the conditions of the animal, and rice straw is very, very poor. Even wheat straw is also poor. It is extremely poor in the nutrient content, and this is the reason why we have to treat the straw. Now, spent mushroom substrate, mushroom industry needs to dispose of more than 50 million tons of used mushroom compost every year. And it has been revealed that mushroom mycelia can play a very, very important role in the restoration of the damaged environment. Your title is Environmental Sustainability. So I am trying to correlate how this spent mushroom substrate can be helpful in restoring the environmental stability or environmental sustainability also. So my dear friends, I want to tell you the fungi, the mushroom fungi, they may be endophytic, they be mycorrhizal, they have very good relation with the host, several hosts, and they may be parasitic also. They may be parasitic also, and they can be used in the mycostoration, which can be performed in 4 different ways. They can act as a mycofiltration, using mycelia to filter water, even mycoforestry, using mycelia to restore forest, and mycoremediation, which has become very important nowadays. It has become a very important science nowadays, that we can use mycelia to eliminate the toxic substances which are either present in water, air, or maybe in your soil. And then mycopesticide, you know very well that these mycopesticides, which control insect pest, you can very well control these insect pest. Then rice star, as I told you, it is very poor in the nutrition, and direct use of star is prevalent in India. But my dear friends, if you are an animal scientist, and if you feed this rice star or paddy star to the animals directly without treatment, I think it may not be that much of palatable. So that is why rice star treatment is very, very essential. You may be knowing that rice star is treated with urea 4%. It has also been advocated by several studies that if you treat rice star with urea 4% plus lime water 3%, I tell you, it becomes more palatable to the cattle. And because 3 kg urea you can take, which is of fertilizer grade, and it is rich in nitrogen, plus 100 kg of water spread onto the 100 kg of air-dried rice star, and then it can be covered for 10 days and after 10 days, it can be used for the feeding to the animal. It is also advocated to use 50 to 60 liters of water to dissolve 4 kg of urea and to spray it over a layer of 100 kg of air-dried star. Now, this paddy star or wheat star after treatment, it should have about 45 to 50% moisture, so that it can be easily taken up by the animals. Urea treatment, friends, it can be dependent on various ways. It depends on the concentration of urea, which I told you that it should not exceed 4%. Duration of treatment is very important. If the temperature where you are treating the urea, where you are treating the paddy star with the urea, if it is less, maybe 15 degree, maybe 20 degree, 25 degree, then you can enhance the period of treatment. If the temperature is more than 30 degrees centigrade, then it takes hardly a week period to treat the star. Then amount of water, as far as possible, it should be in between 40 to 50%. And way of stacking, after treating the paddy star or wheat star, you have to stack it properly so that it should be free from the moldy growth. Otherwise, mold growth may be there. Then better the compaction and air tightness of the stick, the better will be the quality of star. So this way you have to treat the star and you have to take all the precautions. Then coming to the nutritive value, as per the scientific perception, urea treatment improves. The first very important point is digestibility of the animal. The second very important point is it enhances the steak, improves the steak intake. And the third, which is very, very important, is crude protein content of the straw. It is greatly enhanced. And the extent of response to urea treatment in terms of straw quality is highly variable. And this variation is due to initial straw quality, second, species difference among stars and stowers, and the type of animal used for the experiments. I tell you, a good result has been obtained if you integrate both lime 3% and urea 4% together. We are obtained for star treatment with better biological responses in 20 bulls and 15 crossbreed dairy heifers. compared to the ISTA, which was not treated with lime and urea. So this is one of the very important study which was conducted by one of the dairy scientists. Now coming to the mushroom production, you all know very well that mushrooms are produced on natural materials taken from either agriculture or woodlands or animal husbandry or manufacturing industries. Say for example, cotton waste from the ginning mill. This is highly useful for paddy straw mushroom. It is wonderful. I had been to China. I have seen the cotton seed kernel is widely used for cultivation of varieties of mushroom. I tell you, they grow varieties of mushroom. They not only cultivate mushroom in cotton seed kernel, but even they use this stuff for production of the mushroom spawn also. So friends, you can see this spent mushroom substrate. You can see this paddy straw mushroom spent substrate. You can see this industrial waste. You can see this wood sawdust. The sawdust is very commonly used for cultivation of shiitake mushroom, and similarly the wood chips are also used for cultivation of different varieties of mushroom. So commercial mushrooms are produced on lignocellulose. I told you that these are all agro waste, all organic waste. They are rich in lignin, they are rich in cellulose, they are rich in hemicellulose. So straw, sawdust and wood chips, these are the common substrates which are used for cultivation of varieties of mushroom. So growing mushroom farming fungi on these substrate may prove more sustainable. And this would not only result in the good variety of edible or medicinal mushroom, but friends, I also tell you, it generates a lot of spent mushroom substrate, which can be used for varieties of application, varieties of purposes. And mushroom fungi, they convert the low quality waste stream into high quality food. Now, we need a high quality food. We need a very good quality of food, not only for the human being, but we need a good quality of food for the animals also, so that these animals, they can be used by the human being. So animals, if you feed animal with the quality food, then certainly you are going to get the quality food from these animals also. Now, nutritious value of edible mushroom. I told you just now that edible mushrooms, they're highly nutritious. They contain 5 to 15% of dry matter, depending upon the various mushrooms, and have a balanced composition of minerals, vitamins, rich in fibers, rich in protein. And this protein, which has number of amino acids, this amino acid composition, it is even better than compared to any other vegetables, potatoes, and carrot. Now, friends, if you look at the global level, I tell you, these are the 4 varieties of mushroom which are cultivated globally. The first is shiitake mushroom, which is having the 22% share in the year 2017. A very important study which was published by Dr. Roisi from Israel, which says that 22% is the world share of shiitake in total world production of mushroom, followed by oyster mushroom, whose share is about 19%. And then black ear mushroom, this is called Auricularia polytricha, its share is 17%. And white button mushroom, which is very well known in India. And in India, white button mushroom share is 72% of the total mushroom production in India. But at the global level, mushroom production ranks in the 4th position. In India, when you talk about mushroom, it is only button, button, button. So what we have to do is, we have to change the mindset of the people. It is not only button. My dear friends, I would like to tell you, even oyster mushroom, which is the 2nd most important mushroom of the world, having 19% its share in total world production. Say this is shiitake, it is edible as well as medicinal. This is oyster, this is black ear mushroom, this is Auricularia polytricha, and this is button mushroom. So button mushroom now, earlier it has to be the number 1 mushroom in the world, but now it has been replaced by shiitake. This is button mushroom. The substrate used to grow button mushroom is generally a blend of the natural products like wheat straw, cotton, chicken manures, wheat bran, seed hull, rubber's grain, cotton seed meal, gypsum, and all. And this has to be mixed and prepared by controlled microbial fermentation process. And then this compost becomes very specific. The compost, or the nutrients which is present in this compost after 16 or 18 days of 28 days of fermentation, I tell you friends, only button mushroom mycelia is able to utilize the protein or to utilize the nutrients which is present in this compost. The nutrients present in white button mushroom compost cannot be utilized by any other mushroom fungi. In fact, this mushroom fungi is the food is logged in the compost, and this
Sir,
log
just a
can be
second,
opened. Hello.
sir, just a second. Sir, I think there is some issue with the presentation. Presentation is blinking. Can you stop the slideshow? Can you press escape on the slideshow? Press the escape key.
SK.
Escape key on the keyboard.
Escape तो आ नहीं रहा है डॉक्टर साहब.
नहीं सर, आप एंड शो कीजिए. या एंड शो. क्लिक ऑन द एंड शो. राइट क्लिक करके एंड शो. शो एंड शो.
हाँ कर दिया. Now it is all right.
We can go like this. Next slide ऐसे ही चलेंगे क्योंकि I think there's some issue with the laptop.
ठीक. So friends, I was telling you that as a result of white button production, lot of manures or lot of manures or compost is generated, and I tell you this compost can be very well used for the cultivation, for raising the fodder crops, which is the valuable food for the cattle. And I tell you, there are mushroom. I was talking about mushroom. Now this oyster mushroom, the oyster mushroom has lot of production. I tell you, here you can see 0.3 hectares of land can produce 15 to 20 tons of oyster mushroom in a period of only 3 to 2 months. So this mushroom has highest productivity, and as a result of production of this mushroom in cotton waste or maybe in paddy straw or wheat straw, I tell you, the wonderful substrate is produced, and this substrate can be utilized as a cattle feed. See here, wheat straw. After getting mushroom, this can be utilized for as a feed for the cattle. See, paddy straw. Lot of paddy straw which has the remnant of mushroom mycelia. See here, this is paddy straw mushroom. Paddy straw mushroom is grown very widely in Chhattisgarh and many other states of the country. And I tell you, a lot of paddy straw is generated, and this paddy straw, after taking paddy straw mushroom, is left behind, and it is highly rich in mushroom mycelia, and ultimately it enriches the nutritional value of the feed for the cattle. Again, you can see this milky mushroom. This milky mushroom is grown in Tamil Nadu, in Punjab, in Haryana. And again, here you can see wheat straw, paddy straw, both can be utilized. And again, after growing this milky mushroom, lot of paddy straw is generated, which has mushroom mycelium. And this mushroom mycelium is highly rich in all the nutrient composition. Say, as per one of the data, 0.25 billion tons of straw were burned in China in 2009. So imagine, straw should not be burned at all. It is polluting the environment. That is why this straw can be recycled for growing varieties of mushroom. So, and they generate SMS, and this SMS, as spent mushroom substrate, is available in huge quantity. And you can see here, 1 kg of fresh mushroom results in the production of 5 kg of straw, which is roughly 5 kg of fresh straw. If you dry this straw, it becomes 2 kg of dry weight. So what I mean to say is that as a result of production of oyster mushroom, you take out oyster mushroom from the straw. Maybe in 1 kg of dry straw, you can harvest 1 kg of fresh mushroom. And my dear friend, you can also generate 2 kg of dry straw, which is the wonderful feed for the cattle. Wonderful feed for the cattle, I tell you. Now, use of SMS, that spent mushroom substrate, it can be used as a compost. It can be used for the cultivation of the mushroom farming fungi. It can be used as animal feed to promote health of the animals, to produce packaging and construction materials, as biofuels, as enzymes. There are several uses of this SMS. SMS released after crop harvest. It contains, as I told you, all the essential nutrients needed for raising a healthy fodder crop or a healthy crop, in addition to harboring fungal biomass and rich population of the heterotrophic microbes. So this has become a wonderful feed. Then mushroom spent substrate. I told you earlier also that Padista mushroom spent substrate. It has a pH of about 8.82 to 9.16, so slightly alkaline. White oyster mushroom, it has almost neutral pH. Then it is rich in electrolyte. The values of electrical conductivity, total dissolved solids, nitrogen content. These are lower in Padista compared to that of oyster mushroom spent substrate. And here you can see oyster mushroom SMS contains higher nitrogen as compared to Padista mushroom. You can see here 1.82% of nitrogen, this spent mushroom substrate as a result of production of oyster mushroom is having higher content of nitrogen compared to that of Padista, which is only 1.06%. Then spent mushroom substrate as an animal feed, which is of your concern. The European Union depends for 70% on the import of protein-rich animal feed, mainly based on soya. So can you can see this, this is a wonderful data that European Union is depending on 70% of the import, and this import is mainly based on the soybean, which is imported from any countries outside the country, and this is a highly rich animal feed. SMS is also interesting feed for the insects also. I will tell you why I'm talking about insect. So then this European Union. Hello.
You stop the presentation, sir.
Yeah, just a minute.
Present now again, then a window.
Is it coming?
Just a second, sir.
Hello,
Yeah,
is it coming?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Let's continue.
Hello. हाँ, एक मीटिंग में हूँ मैं, अभी कॉल कर रहा हूँ आपको 10 मिनट। हाँ बोलो। Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Continue.
Okay. So this European Unions, they aims to reduce this import dependency, which is on soybean, and is therefore looking for some alternatives, and like insect protein. I tell you, this insect protein is wonderful. These insects, many of the insects, they feed on the mushroom mycelia, and this mushroom mycelia become the wonderful feed for the insect, and this insect become the wonderful feed for the cattle. Flies, I tell you, flies, mushroom flies, forest flies, and even cearid flies. There are number of flies which are the natural food for the source of, it is a natural source, food source for the pigs, for the poultry, for the many fish species.
Hello, please continue, sir.
Just a minute. Yes, some virus is a problem. Virus is creating problem, in fact.
Again, sir, present.
Is it okay?
You stopped it. Yeah, including. Yes.
Insects are very efficient in converting this feed into the body mass, and they emit few greenhouse gases. This is again a very important point, that these insects are very good.
Sorry, it's working perfectly fine. You can continue.
Okay. This actually, the virus is creating problem, in fact.
In your computer, sir, you are talking about, because there is.
Yeah, I'm talking about my computer.
There is other one in the air.
Yeah, it is creating a problem.
Yeah, I could realize that. I think I should make a video how to use removable drives, because
Yes,
most of the times people exchange removable drives and they spread viruses. There's a
yes, yes, yes.
there are few simple techniques which one can
Uh,
use
you are you
to
are
avoid.
getting presentation,
Yes, yes,
Maji
yes,
sir?
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, so this insect I was telling you that these are the efficient, very efficient in converting the feed into the body mass, and they emit fewer greenhouse gases compared to even this less ammonia than the cattle and pigs, and they also require very less land and water also. And now, is it okay, Maji sir? Hello.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, it's working fine. You just have to click on to the next slide.
Okay, so in addition, they require less land. I was telling you that they require less land, and insect protein is very good. It can be used for even feeding the fish, and SMS as a feed source for insects. Many insects, as I told you, that they depend on mycelium or mushroom within their life cycle. And say there are 136 taxa of beetles from 30 different families, and they are associated to mushroom of Plotus ostreatus, which is one of the mushroom variety or aster mushroom variety, and about 60% of which being obligate, they are fungivorous. And the larvae also, they develop well within the mushroom, especially from the families of the Etidilidae and this Mysophagidae. So these are the mushroom you can.
It's working fine. You can continue to the next slide. Yes, sir.
Okay, then SMS may also be used to directly feed fish, poultry, pigs, and cows. And several studies, they report the use of this mushroom and mushroom extract as a feed. It is tempting to speculate that these results can be extrapolated to SMS. I tell you, there are fishes also, like fingerlings of Labio rohita and this Hemigramus cardovitus. They were fed with a diet of 9% fish meal and 9% mushroom meal, 9% fish meal and 9% worm meal, or 18% fish meal. And you can see wonderful results were there. The earthworm meal showed approximately twofold higher growth rate when compared to the fish meal diet, while the diet with mushroom, it was about showed 1.2 to 1.7% enhancement in the. So these data, it clearly indicates that both earthworm and this mushroom can be supplement in the fish diet and reducing the need for the fish meal also. Now you can see here, in addition to a mushroom-based diet can stimulate the immune response of fish. I tell you now, the entire world is suffering from COVID-19. And the very important thing is now you have to, how to stimulate the immune response of your body is very important. So friends, mushroom-based diet can stimulate the immune response in the fish. And as a result, your fish can fight well against varieties of your diseases. Then supplementation of this 2% shiitake mushroom extract in the diet of the rainbow trout improved immunological parameters and survival rate of the fish when exposed to the bacterial pathogen. Shiitake mushroom, lot of studies has been done, and shiitake extract, it has positive effects on the health parameters of the chicken. You can see, do you know this chicken? This is a variety of Kadaknath, which is found only in Jhabua of Madhya Pradesh. It is a highly nutritious bird. We are trying to export the meat of this particular variety. Majid ji, Majid ji, hello, hello,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dr. Majid, do you
Yes,
know
sir.
this
Yes, sir.
chicken? This chicken is
Yes,
very
sir.
much liked by your chief minister, former chief minister, madam. Then
Okay.
SMS, yeah, this SMS can also be used in the weight gain of the cattle. Feeding trials with cows, it clearly indicate that the cow consume mixture of 17% this extra-based Plotus ostreatus SMS. This is a oyster mushroom, and if 17% of extra-based SMS is added in the either hay or maize, I tell you, it works very nicely, and the feed is enriched and cows feel comfortable. It is more palatable to them. It is more nutritious to them. And this 17% supplementation, it impacts weight also. Weight gain is also there compared to the control and 10% SMS supplementation. So what I mean to say is that if you supplement oyster mushroom feed with your cattle feed, I tell you, lot of enhancement in vein gate is there, productivity is there, and even it enhances or it stimulates the even the immunity in the body of the animals. So supplementation of pig feed with about 5% of a fermented mixture of P. ostreatus, Plotus ostreatus SMS with rice and barley bran, it shows negative impacts on the weight gain, while 3% supplementation had no side effect. So there are some contrasting results also. So you can see here 3% is okay, and the 3% can be used to enhance the for the weight of the animals. Similarly, you can see here the SMS on organic matter in improving the growth of the cattle. This is again a Plotus sajarkaju, Plotus ostreatus. These are all oyster mushroom, and they improve the digestibility of straw due to the degradation of lignin and cellulose. I tell you in the beginning that your straw, whether you talk of paddy straw or wheat straw or these maize straw or stover or sorghum straw, I tell you these are all rich in lignin, cellulose, hemicellulose. And my dear friends, these three compounds, these are very complicated compounds. They are not easily dissolved when it is being fed. When the straw is being fed to the cattle, I tell you, it is not digestible to the cattle easily. But if your straw is mixed with the mushroom fungi, I tell you, mushroom fungi are blessed with the chemical weapon. They are blessed by that superpower, which we call it as God. And the God has given varieties of enzymes in the mushroom fungi, which are capable of degrading these cellulose, lignin, hemicellulose, and making it easily available to the cattle. These compounds, cellulose, hemicellulose, lignin, can be easily converted, can be easily degraded by the mushroom fungi by production of their enzyme. I tell you, nutritious feed, high quality of feed, low quality of straw can be converted into high quality of feed by the activity of mushroom fungi. They improve the digestibility of straw, and it may be counteracted by the presence of the fungal mycelium. A positive effect on growth was observed by fermenting SMS with lactic acid bacteria and supplementation with 10% fermented sawdust. And the sawdust is used for mainly the shiitake mushroom, and even for oyster mushroom also it can be used. So if you supplement 10% of fermented sawdust based P. ostreatus SMS, it improves growth performance of the post-weaving calves by 8%. So friends, a lot of studies has already been done which clearly indicates that the SMS improves digestibility of the straw, and the reason being is, the simple reason is that they produce a varieties of enzymes, and these enzymes convert and convert the straw into good quality of protein, and digestibility is increased, and finally your then bioremediation. I told you that I am trying to correlate this SMS with the environmental sustainability. So bioremediation of contaminated soil. You know very well that in Punjab, Haryana, a lot of pesticide is being used, and soil is contaminated by varieties of chemicals. Varieties, you see, a lot of fertilizer is being used. So bioremediation of contaminated soil is only possible. You know very well that a lot of industrial waste is generated. The uncontrolled release of industrial waste in the open and poor availability of pre-treatment facilities, they contribute towards the increased level of contaminants in the soil. The degradation of these contaminants, it mainly depends upon the physical and chemical condition of the soil and the nature of microorganisms which are living in the soil. So, friends, if your soil is rich, if your soil is impregnated with the mushroom mycela of maybe oyster mushroom or maybe pedista mushroom, I tell you, you are 100% sure that your soil will not be contaminated with these kind of heavy metals or the kinds of lot of fertilizers. In addition to being rich in nutrient source of various field crops, SMS originated from different edible mushroom fungi. They also possess a unique phytochemical, physiochemical, and biological properties which make SMS an ideal bioremediative agent for various environmental protection activities. So again, this is very, very important. How to remediate contaminated soil, how to make soil clean, how to make soil free from these fertilizers, from these industrial waste, and even pesticide. I was telling you, lot of pesticide is used for cultivation of different crops in Punjab, in Haryana. They are consuming about 700 grams of pesticide per capita consumption. In Punjab is about 700. And if you look at the country, India's the consumption of pesticide per capita consumption of pesticide in India is hardly half kg, but it is highest in Punjab and Haryana, which is about 700 gram consumption. As compared to other countries of the world, Taiwan is consuming 17 kg per capita consumption. China, it is about 12 kg. Japan, it is about 13 kg. USA, it is 4 kg. So India is considered the country which is consuming less of pesticide. But the problem is the pesticide, the indiscriminate use of pesticide is becoming very, very important. So my dear friends, if you simply mix spent paddy mushroom substrate in the ratio of 20 to 30% weight by weight, I tell you, your soil becomes degraded. Your soil, you can degrade the many things you can degrade like malathion, bavistine, mancozeb. These are the some of the fungicide. Bavistine is a fungicide, mancozeb, malathion insecticide, decis. They can be degraded. If your soil is mixed with 20 to 30% of spent mushroom substrate, I tell you, the pesticide can be degraded. Mixing of soil at the rate of 30% gives best results, and the effect is at par with 20% SMS amendment treatment. The concentration of an insecticide like malathion, deltamethrin, it reduces to just half of its initial concentration just after 1 month, my dear friends. If your soil is insecticide, look at here, you can see just half from the initial concentration, and after 6 months of application of these SMS into the soil, your soil becomes free from the pesticide. You can see here negligible level of pesticide after 6 months of SMS mixing. So this SMS is not in SMS. This SMS is helpful not only as a wonderful feed to the cattle. It is feeding. It is removing the heavy metals from the soil. It is removing the pesticide from the soil. It is removing the toxic material from the soil and making your plant healthy and wealthy. And when those fodder crops are fed to the animals, they also have very least quantity of these chemicals. Now, the mixing of spent mushroom substrate, 10%, 20%, 30%, it results in faster degradation of lead and cadmium. These lead and cadmium, these are the heavy metals which are present in the soil, especially which are nearby the industrial area. So you can see here very well, there's fast degradation of these spent mushrooms, fast degradation of lead and cadmium is there. And you can see one of the report, it has been recorded that metals decrease at sharpest rate in 30% SMS and weight by weight when it is mixed to the soil. And the level of cadmium and lead mixture, it reduces to undetectable limit after 6 months of SMS mixing in soil under situ condition. Then SMS and disease management. My dear friends, many of you may be many of you may be the animal scientists. You may not be very well versed with the soil, but if you are an animal scientist, you must know about how to grow, how to raise the fodder crop. I tell you, your fodder crops are it suffers due to many diseases. Due to many diseases, they suffer. So, due to unique chemical constitution and microflora present in SMS, its application can be more diversified than what is normally predicted. The SMS is having actinomycetes, they have bacteria, they have fungi inhabiting in the compost, and they not only play an important role in decomposition, but my dear friends, I wanted to tell you that they exert antagonism to the normal pathogens surviving, not only surviving but multiplying in the soil ecosystem and damaging your fodder crops when they are raised in the soil. So in the soil, lot of fungi like Pythium, Phytophthora, Fusarium, Rhizoctonia, Asclepium. Yeah, I tell you, in the compost, Bacillus is there, Pseudomonas are there. These are the bacteria. Number of actinomycetes are there. Number of mushroom fungi are there. They don't allow these pathogenic fungi which cause disease in the plants. So if you add SMS to the soil, your soil will not allow any other pathogens, plant pathogens, to enter into the host or to enter into the fodder crop, and your fodder crop can be kept free by adding these SMS. Now, SMS as composed to restore the soil environment. Modern agricultural practices depends heavily on the use of mineral fertilizer, and production of these fertilizers has an enormous environmental impact, and it is well illustrated by the fact that nitrogen fertilizer production accounts for more than 50% of the total energy use in commercial agriculture. And these inorganic fertilizer, now we are talking a lot about organic farming, where we wanted to minimize the use of inorganic fertilizer, which is creating a lot of problem in the soil. They decrease nutrient, they decrease water holding capacity of the soil, and necessitating the use of even more fertilizer. This is not good. So SMS improves the soil structure by increasing the organic matter content of the soil. In India, I tell you, the organic content of the soil is only 0.5% as compared to many other countries of the world. So what we have to do is, we have to enhance the soil content of the carbon content of the soil. If the carbon content of the soil is good, if it is 1%, I tell you, the crop which you are going to sow in that particular soil, your crop will also be wonderful. So SMS, when you add to the soil, it improves the water holding capacity, it improves the microbial activity, it enhances, it decreases the soil compaction. I tell you, those who are the agricultural scientists, they know very well, due to use of this fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer, the soil has become compact, and the roots of the plants are not able to penetrate into the depth of the soil. So it is becoming a very, very important problem nowadays. Application of 100 tons of SMS per hectare resulted in a 50% increased yield of barley in the same year, being similar to that of inorganic fertilizer. My dear friend, see here, if you do not use inorganic fertilizer and go for using of only 100 tons of SMS, I tell you, the yield is 50% more than using the inorganic fertilizer in case of barley. So likewise, there are different crops where you can minimize the use of inorganic fertilizer and you can promote organic agriculture. Now everybody is talking, all our policymaker, all our bureaucrats. Now everybody is talking about the enhancement of enhancement of the area under organic farming. So it is possible. I would not say that the entire India can be converted into the organic farming. It is not possible, and I would not advocate it also. But we can minimize. We can go for chemical-free cropping. We can go for. And finally, I would say that you can recycle the waste. My dear friends, if you grow cultivation of cotton, then cultivation of cotton gives you fibers. And as a result of fiber, you get the waste as plant residue cotton straw. This is the waste. Now this waste can be utilized for cultivation of oyster mushroom. So you will have oyster mushroom and spent substrate will be retained. When this spent substrate can be beautifully used as a cattle feed. When you use it as a cattle feed, the cattle will give you meat and milk, and it will finally give you manure as a waste. Now this manure can be utilized to produce biogas, and this biogas will give you methane energy, and this cardboards which becomes a residue, this will be a waste. Now this waste can be used for cultivation of a variety of button mushroom. This champion, this in USA, this is one of the variety of mushroom which is used in this cardboard. So you will have white button mushroom, a different variety of mushroom, and ultimately you will have this spent mushroom substrate. And when this spent mushroom substrate is composted, then you will have organic food crops and no further waste. So my dear friends, as per Lebanon and Denai 1997, if you cultivate mushroom, I tell you, nothing, no waste will be generated as a result of mushroom cultivation. And this is one of my paper which is recently published, Potential of Macrofungi in Waste Management, Human Health and Societal Development. It is a review published very recently in the year 2020 and Journal of Mycopathological Research. For detail, you can please refer to this review. You can also refer to this review, Applied Microbiology and Biotechnology of 2018, Mushroom Cultivation in Circular Economy. It is published by Daniel Graham. It's a wonderful paper, wonderful review where spent mushroom substrate can be used for varieties of purposes he has narrated. Now again, one of my very good friend, Dr. B.N. Chakravarti and his student Barman. B.N. Chakravarti is my very good colleague, B.N. Chakravarti, Vishwanath Chakravarti. And his student Shibu Burman, he has published again a very good article, review article, Edible Mushroom, Boon to Human Health and Nutrition, where he has also talked a lot about the spent mushroom substrate, which can be used as a cattle feed. This is again published in 2018, Journal of Mycopathological Research. So my dear friends, I would only say that the spent mushroom substrate is not at all waste. You consider organic, you consider paddy straw, wheat straw as a waste. But I tell you as a mushroom scientist, if you grow mushroom, a highly nutritious food along with lot of medicinal property is generated from that waste. And again, the waste which is produced from after taking the mushroom, that waste is a wonderful feed for the cattle. So my humble submission to all of you would be that please use this waste. If you use this mushroom spent waste, I tell you, you need not to treat the straw with either of lime or urea. There is no necessity, there's no need to treat the wheat straw or paddy straw with the urea or with the lime and make it palatable to the animal. I tell you, you can experience yourself. You can experience yourself. One of my entrepreneur who was growing oyster mushroom in Raipur, she has a problem of selling this paddy straw, this wheat straw after cultivation of oyster mushroom. I suggested that lady kindly dispose of that spent substitute to dairy. I tell you, she has given it to some dairy people nearby. I tell you, later on, when the dairy person were convinced that there was enhancement in the yield of the milk of that particular cattle, I tell you, they consulted that lady, madam, wo straw humko de dijiye. Then she started charging the straw and selling at the rate of ₹3 per kg. So I tell you, this mushroom substrate, spent mushroom substrate, is a wonderful feed for the cattle. I thank NADCL for giving me the opportunity. I thank all of you. I thank Dr. Sajid, Dr. Madam Ratna Nasine, and all the team of NADCL for their active, for giving me the opportunity. And I thank all the participants for their active participation. If you have anything to discuss, you are welcome. Dr. Sajid, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you have any questions, please ask, sir.
Your question, please.
If you have any questions, please ask. Or any.
Sir, good morning, sir. I'm Dr. Harikrishna.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, I am Dr. Hari Krishna from Andhra Pradesh, sir, Veterinary College.
Okay. Okay, Dexter.
Sir, how much extent, sir, to how much extent this SMS can be added in the cattle feed, sir?
20 to 30%. 20 to 30%
Of
can
the
be
total fodder?
no 20 to 30% of spent substrate can be added to the cattle feed. You got my point?
Okay, sir.
20 to 30%. For example, 1 quintal of feed is prepared. Then in 1 quintal of feed, you have to add 20 to 30 kg of spent mushroom substrate. If you add this much quantity, then your feed will become palatable. It will have a higher nutritive value. It will be the intake to the animal will be also enhanced. Okay?
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
Sir, this is Ali Hussain from Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
Sir, this is Ali Hussain from Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
Sir, in your presentation, very clearly said that this mushroom SMS or residue is useful for the organic farming for double the yield.
Yes.
How it's possible? In which period it has to be implemented? It means that in paddy at the time of drenching or the irrigation time or any showing time, any time, or in horticulture, how it's used?
At the time of land preparation, you can mix this spent substrate.
Directly.
At the time of land preparation, you can mix
Okay.
this substrate. Even after at the growth, even after developmental stages of the even in different crop developmental stages also you can add. I tell you, even viral diseases which are not controlled by any of the insecticide, I tell you, it is being controlled by adding mushroom spent compost to the soil.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sir,
Any other question?
sir, one suggestion we requested. Hello.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
can a small farmer can hold a small mushroom center, a small 2 cattle, a small agricultural land of 2.5 acre or 3 acre or 5 acre? Then it is 100% sustainable and double the income of the farmer. Is it right?
Yes, 100%. 2.5 acre is a big land. I tell you, if you occupy your land throughout the year, I tell you 2.5 acre is a good land.
Okay.
I tell you, in 85% of the Indian farmers, their average land holding is only 2.5 acre. 2.5 acre is a good land. And if you allow that land, if you go for crop round the year, so it will definitely be sustainable.
Definition. It means that the cattle farming or milk production is sustainable in this model.
Yes, definitely.
Why I'm requesting you, sir? I come to know that in 2030 we have a little bit of shortage of milk.
Definitely.
But in the scenario village level, it is a problem of sustainable of cattle growing.
Yes.
If we go for mushroom
Yeah.
with fodder with 2 cattle with 2.5 acre land,
You can very well cultivate it, no problem. It is a integrated farming system model you have to adopt. In integrated farming system model, along with the agriculture, horticultural crafts, you have to go for some other enterprises like mushroom growing. It can be very well done. And after mushroom growing, the extra can be very well used as a cattle feed. So the entire thing can be recycled.
sir, I agree with you, sir. But integrated farming doesn't include the mushroom farming.
No, who says? You see, if you see what Honorable Prime Minister says, he says that in integrated farming system, you divide your land into 3 parts. The 33% should go to agriculture, 33% should go to horticulture, and rest 33% should go either to dairy or should go to fishery or should go to piggery or it should go to mushroom. depending upon your situation, or depending upon the availability, or depending upon your condition, you can go for cultivation, you can go for any of the activity in rest 33% area. This is what is said by the Honorable Prime Minister. It is a wonderful model of integrated farming system.
Okay, Dr. Sir, I am saluting your presentation. Thank you so much. Good day.
Okay, thanks to all of you.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Sir, this is Ramakrishna from Hyderabad, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you said that it is going to degrade the fungicides. So,
Yes.
being a fungus, this mushroom is a fungus. Being a fungus, how can it is compatible with the fungicides? These fungicides effect will not be there on the fungus. Your mushrooms. That is my question,
Yeah,
sir. One more thing, and also earlier I came to know that this Trichoderma viridae having some different strain, which can be compatible with some fungicides. This I think
Yes.
I read somewhere in this thing. Maybe that is a kind of mechanism applied here, I think.
Yes, sir.
Please.
No, I will try to solve both the question. Now, your first question is that how mushroom fungi is a fungi, and how mushroom fungi is can be compatible, can degrade the bavistine, or that is fungicide. I tell you the mushroom mycelia, it produces varieties of enzyme. You got my point? And these enzymes, they degrade the chemicals. They degrade the chemicals. They break down the structure of the chemical. And over the period of time, if they remain there, mushroom mycelia remain there, then fungicide will definitely be degraded. You got my point? And your second point is the fungicide, the Trichoderma viride. Trichoderma viride, to some extent, it is compatible with some fungicide like bavistine. But mushroom fungi has entirely a different kind of biochemical weapons. The chemical weapons, the kind of enzyme system which are there in the mushroom fungi may not be there in Trichoderma viride. You got my point?
Yes, sir. I got your point, sir. Thank you. And one more thing, sir. Before feeding to the animals, this SMS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to be very cautious, I think. Why? Because there is a chance of Aspergillus fungus. Why?
No,
Because it is already
Yeah.
moist. It is in moisture conditions. Maybe the attack of this Aspergillus flavus and other fungus.
Yes.
So
raised a
is there
very valid
any
point.
remedy for that to control those? Fungus.
You have
Before
raised
feeding.
a very valid point. I tell you, are you an animal scientist?
No, sir. I am an agronomist. I am an
agronomist.
agronomist, sir. But
Okay.
I am listening from the
Okay.
beginning of your, sir.
Yeah. So you are agronomist. Well, you see, whenever
sir.
we treat the extra, maybe wheat extra or paddy extra with urea or maybe with lime, I tell you, it has 45 to 50% moisture. Now, after making, and you have to spray the urea on the extra substrate, and after 10 days, it becomes ready. Now, when the extra becomes ready and it is having 40 to 50% of moisture, you have to properly store. You have to properly stack. You have to cover it with the polythene. You have to cover it with the coconut mulching or with the extra mulching, so that the other fungi may not develop into it. You got my point?
Sir.
So stacking and storing of the treated extra is very important. And
Yes,
I
sir.
tell you, this spent mushroom substrate, if you dry it, then there are no chances of contamination. Once the mushroom mycelia enters to the substrate, that is maybe paddy extra or wheat extra, and once it becomes completely impregnated into the wheat extra or paddy extra, I tell you, there are no chances of any other fungi to come in. But there are chances. When 45 to 50% moisture is there, and if you are not taking precautions, if after treating the extra, if it is open, if it is kept open, if it is stored in open, then chances of Aspergillus are there. So for that only, I am telling you that you have to properly store it. you have to cover it with the polythene sheet, you have to cover it with the mulch, you have to cover it with the coconut leaves. So you have to cover after getting it ready for the getting it ready as an animal feed. I think you are convinced with my point or not?
Yes, sir. One more this thing, my thought. So if we go for the airtight, if you keep this SMS in a airtight container, whether it will be, for preservation, I am searching, sir.
It's all right, no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Normally we advocate to cover it with the polythene sheets
Sir.
or with any of the extra mulch. It's all right. It has no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You have enlightened us in a different point. The very less research has been done on these issues.
Yes.
Your presentation is very much interesting, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your appreciation.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I'm Dr. Ashutosh Dubey from IGKV,
Okay.
Raipur.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
sir, I have first congratulations and thanks for your nice presentation, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, what I had experienced at field level that most of the farmers, mainly tribal farmers, used to grow mushroom as backyard farming.
Yes.
My query is that
Hmm.
suppose if a farmer is having 10 animals, 10 dairy cows,
Okay.
then how much area could be suggested for mushroom growing? Means, for example, for 1 hectare fodder production is sufficient for 10 animals.
Hmm.
Now, what is the case in case of mushroom?
You see, as I told you that you have to mix 20 to 30% of mushroom extra with your feed. So accordingly, you can calculate that how much is the total consumption of feed in a year, and accordingly, you have to add 20 to 30% of mushroom substrate. So that way you can calculate, I think 30 to 30, this area of 15 feet by about 1600 feet area will be sufficient for cultivation of mushroom, and you can easily feed 10 animals.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think lot of work is to be done by the animal scientists. Now we are working in isolation, and say as mushroom scientist, I am working in isolation. But I tell you, this activity can be combined with several other activities. I tell you, I have experienced that the mushroom, the substrate, whether it is a paddy straw, wheat straw, it is partially digested by the mushroom fungi. And if you prepare the vermicompost, which is a very important component of the organic farming, I tell you, vermicompost can be easily prepared a month ago. A month ago can be prepared. Normally, vermicompost requires 3 months period. But if you use this partially digested straw after going of mushroom, I tell you, your compost is ready in a half a period of time. So what I mean to say is that you have to do a lot, and no work has been done in India in this particular aspect, I tell you. One of my students, he was doing some work on this vermicomposting. So I think the animal scientists, along with the mushroom scientists, or along with the agriculture scientists or horticulture scientists, they have to work exhaustively on this particular area. And even Directorate of Mushroom Research, which is located in Solan, Himachal Pradesh, they have published a bulletin in 2008. And in this bulletin also, they have highlighted the various uses of this spent mushroom substrate. In crop, I tell you, number of diseases. Whether you talk of fungal disease, you talk of viral disease, you talk of bacterial disease, it is being controlled by the mushroom fungi. Spent mushroom substrate, if you put it into the soil, these are being controlled. So number of areas needs to be explored, and you, the scientists from the animal field, or you have to combine your studies with the agriculture scientists. So okay, friends.
Okay, sir. It's always a pleasure, sir, to have you with us, and it will be also a pleasure for the forthcoming trainings. Would want to have you with us. Thank you. Thanks a lot on behalf of NADCL and IGFR, also on behalf of the participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Participants can leave and join back at 2:30.
उन्होंने इंग्लिश में बोल तो क्या होता है